So let's say I wanted to, for example, find the volume of a cube. All right. I would start with the side length. So I'll make a side variable, and I'll set that equal to a float input. And we'll say, please enter the side length. And then I wanted to not use any parameters or returns, right? If that were the case, what I would probably do is set up a function that doesn't return anything. And in that function, I would call that calc vol for volume. I don't want to mess with anything. It's just a simple script, so I just want to have that no parameters, no nothing, right? Then I would define a new variable for the volume, right? Volume, and I would want to make that global. Global keyword's very valuable. And once I have that global volume, I would set it equal to something. And what I would want to set it equal to is side times side times side. Now I think that is the proper formula. I could also exponent that to 3. I think that's the proper formula. I did fail 9th grade math. So all that aside, then I would want to set up a print. Def print. I think I said to do this line, right? And in this print line, I would probably want to print something. And I'd probably use print formatting, so something to the effect of your volume. And in here, right, I'm going to put a placeholder. Now, again, I think I've explained this a few times, but when you're using print formatting, the formatting part is just a placeholder for whatever will eventually be your number. And let's say I wanted to do only 5, let's say I wanted to do 5 decimal places. And what kind of data is it? Float data. So I'm going to put an F here. And then let's just say cubic inches, right? I just wrote this sentence as normal, but instead of an actual number right here, I just replaced it with whatever the formatting information is. That is a placeholder, right? Then I just write dot format, and in here, I'm going to place a number or a variable or a function return that is going to produce some sort of numerical value. What should I put in there, do you think, right now? Anybody know?
No.
We'll come back to that later. We'll come back to that in a minute. All I have to do right now is, yes, we're going to put volume. So, here's a question. Why I made volume global, right? Why didn't I need to make side global?
You don't need to change it.
We're not changing any of the values on side, right? We don't need to change the value of side, so it doesn't need to be global. We have access to the data that's already stored inside it, so we're good. We have it, we're going to use it, and we're going to change the value on this globally, right? So I can just use volume right here, and then I can just run that, and I put my side length and nothing happens. Why doesn't anything happen? What happened?
Oh no.
I wrote these awesome
You forgot
functions.
to return.
Nope, we're not using returns. That's the whole point of global variables. We're not using returns. Why don't they run? I built the Ferrari. I changed the oil. I forgot my keys at home. I did not run these functions. So first I have to calc the volume, and then I have to print the line. If I run both of those, Enter my side length. Boom.
Whoa.
Does that make sense? All right, that should give you what you need for any of the labs on this lesson. So let me know if you have additional questions.